Hi, my name is Bill Johnson. I'm here to talk to you about the Educational Leadership Module 5, Understanding My Community, which is Norton, Kansas. So I will talk about the Norton High School or Norton School District as well as the city of Norton. Known customs and traditions. We are a rural farming community, population of 2,800. We have a strong pride in our school system, which is evident by a lot of our attendance at our sporting events, as well as open houses for the grade school is just one example of a huge community event, which they make a lot of food, peanut butter twists, as they're called, for our community, and lots of people show up to go and partake of those. That's a huge tradition. We are mostly a blue-collar jobs in our community. We have a few skilled labor jobs, which I'll mention a little bit later on, but mostly blue-collar working community. We are highly white race in our community, as well as we vote Republican very, very highly. And our community seems like it makes changes very slowly, as in, I think, a lot of smaller communities. They are resistant to change, but we did pass a $9 million school bond issue in 2017 on the second attempt, which after we cut about $3 million off of it, it passed. Population characteristics, you can see there. We have a high graduation rate. 15.2% have an associate's degree or higher. And it's kind of unique. And when I came here 27 years ago, there was the farming families just expect their boys to go away to a junior college and get at least an associate's degree before coming home to farm on at home. And I thought that was unique to this community. English is spoken by 100% of our population, basically. The school system is one of the large town employers. As well as I mentioned earlier, we have 2 aviation manufacturing plants. And Norton differs a lot from the area towns around us that are farming, because we do have a lot of other manufacturing jobs. These 2 aviation manufacturers do precision parts for aviation industry. We are also home to Valley Hope Drug and Alcohol Treatment Center, which we have a lot of counselors that work there, as well as nurses. Next Tech Technology Company is just down the road from us. New Age aluminum manufacturing plant. They employ well over 100 people, as well as we have a 600-bed medium security state prison just on the outskirts of Norton, as well as KDOT has regional offices in our area. The community and school have a strong sense of pride in the United States and patriotism. We hold an annual Veterans Day parade for our small town. It has well over 200 plus entries from outside of our community, as well as the county come and partake of that. There seems to be no social tension to speak of in our community. The community communication channels, so we have a radio station and a newspaper. The newspaper is biweekly. The radio station services a lot of the school and covers a lot of the school activities. There is little to no foreign languages spoken. We have social media is prevalent in our community, with Facebook is a good way to communicate. We have, buy, sell, and trade stuff on a Facebook channel for the Norton area, as well as the chamber has their own website, which they publicize a lot of the happenings and the activities going on in our community, which it seems like all summer there's something to do in Norton. The school communication channels, they use Textcaster for all important announcements, which anyone can sign up for. At the school, we also have a website that is updated almost weekly. When doing this, I found one flaw in our school that I would like to change, and that is there's no newsletter that's currently being used that is sent out either electronically or in the print, as we've done newsletters in the past. In fact, our journalism department at the high school has published a monthly newspaper, but we no longer do that. The community groups, the school seems to be the hub of our community. We have a site council that is highly active in all three of the buildings in our district, and they meet and try to talk about improvements to our school, as most all of you know about. The Sports Booster Club meets weekly in our school building. The Chamber of Commerce has started to partner with the high school to host a career fair, is one of the things that they've entered into. And many businesses set up booths in our high school gymnasium, and they have breakout sessions in the classrooms where they explain what their business is and what is the education that you need to be a career person or whatever they do. And we have anything ranging from construction workers to doctors and lawyers that have met and discussed what their jobs detail. And I think it's really good. It's attended by a couple other area high schools in our community, and we host that every year. We also have Rotary, Lions Club, and PEO clubs that do fundraisers in our buildings, and then they give out scholarships to seniors. There seems to be no problem organizations in our community. However, as all small communities, from time to time, people come up to challenge the authority figures both in the school, the county, or the city. Leadership of in our community, we have school administration, 3 building principals, and 1 superintendent. We have also a 7-member school board. The city council has a 5-member board and 1 city administrator. The leadership serves our citizens. As in most small towns, your friendships and your connections help anyone that goes before them with a request. Known community leaders and their characteristics. I'm going to just focus more on the school in this section. The school board, I believe, is open to the public attending their meetings. However, most of the time there is not much of attendance at the meeting unless there's a problem. In the past couple years, there are several times parents have made a push to start a baseball and softball team, saying that they would fund it and everything like that, but to no avail. Right now, that's one example of the leadership. School board seems to have a good sense of the pulse of our school, as many of the board members also have kids in our school system. Economic conditions, we have the median income there is about $46,000 per year. That's about 90% of the state average. Only 8.8% are under the poverty line. The median housing value is only 50% of the state average. So we have very affordable housing and a decent, so you get more for what you pay for. Basically, here we only have a 1.4% unemployment rate, which you can see with Kansas and the nation are much higher than that. Land is used for agriculture, but the land in more recent times, we have been renting it out to hunting clubs, and farmers are seeing some advantages instead of just farming all of their land to leasing it out for hunting. City tax rate of 8.75% in a school district, 44.5% of the students are on free or reduced school lunches. Known political structures. The state legislature funds most of the public schools, as we know, so there's no way to separate our politics from our education. The schools have banded together in lawsuits that still continues today, which I'm sure that all of you are aware of. Kansas public schools are approaching, we are uncertain about many of the funding that's going on right now. In 2018, the budget of $10.7 million, a mill rate of 55.080, or that's about $16,000 per pupil. As I mentioned earlier, Norton is social tensions, as Norton is 96% white, small amount of